Friends, in budget 2023, there were few exemptions given in the tax slab, and those exemptions were only given in the new regime. So every one of us know that there are two kinds of regime, old regime and new regime. But whatever exemptions we got in the new regime. Because of that, people are quite confused, thinking that they should shift to the new regime, or old regime is still better for them. So in this video, I'm going to clarify all those doubts. Moreover, people have some doubts about standard deduction. They think that the people whose salary is more than 15,50,000, they will only get standard deduction. But that is completely wrong. Moreover, I am going to help you with an online calculator, which will help you to decide which regime you want to select. You can put in your salary and whatever deductions or tax planning you want to do in your future, you can add in that, and accordingly you can select which is going to be best for you, old regime or new regime. So this video is going to add a lot of value and will be quite informative. So let's get started. Friends, before going further, we should talk about the tax slabs now. So in old and new regime, there is a lot of combinations now, which is creating a lot of confusion. If you see the old tax slab, if the salary is between 0 to 2.5 lakh rupees, the tax is 0. This is quite clear. When your salary is between 2.5 to 5 lakh rupees and your net taxable is less than 5 lakh rupees, then your tax is 0. But if your net taxable is more than 5 lakh rupees, suppose your salary is 6 lakh, 8 lakh rupees, 6 lakh rupees, 7 lakh rupees, then you will fall as per the tax bracket. So 0 to 2.5, it will be 0%. 2.5 to 5 lakh rupees, it will be 5%. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, it will be 20%, and more than 10 lakh, it is 30%. Now we will come to the new regime. In budget 2023, the new tax slabs are introduced. As per that, if you fall under 0 to 3 lakh rupees, the tax is 0. This is again no confusion. But if your salary falls under 3 to 6 lakh rupees net taxable, then your tax is 0 only if your net taxable is less than 7 lakh rupees. But what if your salary is more than 7 lakh, for example 8 lakh, 9 lakh, then you will have to pay 5% tax. Similarly, if the salary is between 6 to 9 lakh rupees, but the net taxable is less than 7 lakh rupees, then you have to pay 0% tax. But if it crosses more than 7 lakh rupees, then you will have to pay 10% tax. Same way, between 9 to 12, it is 15%. Between 12 to 15, it is 20%, and more than 15 lakh, it is 30%. So this is quite clear now. Now we will use the tax calculator to show which regime is better. There won't be any confusion. So let's get started. This is a Bank Bazaar online tax calculator. So we will start with income range of 0 to 2.5 lakh rupees. Suppose someone's salary is 2,40,000 rupees, right? And he is not doing any investment. Directly, if you go and calculate, with this, both new and old regime has same. There is no tax deduction. So if you see here, the deduction here 50,000 is directly the standard deduction, which is by default common for both new and old regime. So there was a confusion in the beginning. People were saying that people whose salary is more than 15,50,000 rupees, for them only standard deduction is applicable. That is completely wrong. It is from now onwards, standard deduction is applicable in both old, which was already there, and new also. It is started for whatever salary you have. So if you see here, for a salary range of around 2,40,000 rupees, there is no tax. So new and old regime both works well. Now we will take the salary bracket of around 2.5 to 3 lakh rupees. Suppose we take 2,70,000 rupees, right? 2,70,000. So if you see here, 2,70,000. Now, if I calculate directly, so this also doesn't give any change. See, it's already 0. So both new and old regime works completely fine. Now let's go to the salary bracket of around 3 to 5 lakh rupees. Let's do one thing. Let's make this as 4,80,000. Right, 4,80,000. So 4,80,000, if I do here, if I calculate, this again gives no tax. This is completely fine. Both old and new regime is completely applicable, and there is no problem at all. Now let us go in the income range of 5 to 6 lakh rupees. Suppose someone's salary is 5 lakh 80,000. Right? If we calculate here, if you see, in new regime you are paying 0. However, in old regime you are going to pay 19,240 rupees. So here the deductions are already 50,000, which is pre-applied. These are standard deduction, as I told in the beginning, which is applicable in both new and old tax regime. So, but however, here this is 19,240 rupees, which can be easily made 0 if you do some kind of tax planning. For example, if you go to the deductions and in under ATC, if you invest something, maybe you do a ATC investment C. After that, your taxable income becomes less than 5 lakh rupees. Then your taxable amount is 0 here. So you should understand, in new regime, you can select by default till 7 lakh rupees or 7.5 lakh rupees. That I'm going to show you further. Moreover, in old regime, you have to understand that you have to invest and you have to show is an exemption. Then only your tax will become less or 0. Now, if I go to the tax bracket of 6 to 7 lakh rupees, let's see what happens. Let me make here 6 lakh 50,000. Right? And this will be again same. New regime it is 0. Old regime is 33,800 rupees. So again, it's very important to understand that it is less than 7 lakh rupees, then it is 0. But here in old regime, anything more than 5 lakh rupees, it will be according to the tax slab. So again, this also can be made 0. Suppose you have planned at some kind of deduction in ATC of 1,50,000 rupees. So if you do that, then obviously your taxable income will be less than 5 lakh rupees. Then again it is 0. Now let's do one thing. Come to the salary bracket of around 7 to 9 lakh rupees. Now if I enter salary as 8,50,000, right? So if you see here, you have to pay 36,400 in new tax regime. However, in old tax you have to pay 75,400, which is quite higher than new tax regime. However, this can be made less if you do the tax planning, as I said in the beginning. Suppose in the deduction again you claim 1,50,000 completely in this. Again, still if you see the old regime, you are paying more tax. So in the same income of around 8,50,000, suppose you are doing some more deductions. Suppose you have some like 50,000 rupees as claiming as senior citizens insurance. Right now, if you see, the old regime has to pay less tax. So again, I said you, as and when you do more tax planning, you do more investment, you can take it as a deduction. Then only your income tax will reduce. So now we'll go further. Now we'll go with a salary bracket of around 9 to 10 lakh rupees. Suppose here I make it as 9,50,000. If you see here it is clearly visible that in new regime you are going to pay 46,800. However, in old regime you are going to pay 65,000 rupees. So you have to understand that as you are going higher in the salary, until unless you have more deductions, in old regime you have to pay more tax. So now let me take a random figure of around 15 lakh rupees as a salary. So if I take 15 lakh rupees here, right? So in 15 lakh rupees without any deduction, if I see, for people who fall in this salary bracket, in new regime someone has to pay 1,45,000 rupees. But in old regime someone has to pay more than 2,50,000 rupees, which is quite high. However, as I said, in old regime, if you show more deductions, you can reduce that amount. Let us see that how it works. Suppose in deductions, I go ahead and claim completely 1,50,000 rupees in ATC. In medical, I go ahead and make 50,000 rupees, right? And suppose I have a home and I am paying a home loan. For that interest, maximum I can claim 2 lakh rupees. That amount let me enter here. Right. Now if you see what happens. In old regime, you are paying around 1,32,600, and in new regime, you are paying 1,45,600. So here, old regime wins. So the crux is, in old regime, you have to do more and more investment and you have to show as deduction. Then only your taxable income will decrease and you will see a less tax as compared to the new regime. After this, I am sure you guys would have got the clarity which regime might be better for you. I'll put the link of this calculator in the description box so that you can use it accordingly and check which can be better for you. I hope this video would have made sense and would have given you clarity and have reduced all the confusion. With this, we're going to end this video. If you would have liked this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.